EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the heart of Texas and the spectacular AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olson, the kicker Brandon Aubrey. Set for the start. And off we go from Arlington. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
2nd down, Jackson. Flush to his right. Taking off.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
First down. Here's 1st and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That is left side and caught by foul. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the give, here's Henry. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Damone Clark there to get him down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. A throw inside, caused by Andrews. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. Jackson to his big target, Andrews, for the Baltimore first down.
13-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Henry. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw is Jackson. This one caught the 4. And he's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense. Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success. throw it up to him and let him do the rest.
Devontae Turpin on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Right to the air is Prescott. He's got the open man, and that's Jalen Tolbert. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
18. That's good for a Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Dak can throw it here on first down. He's got a man open. That's Tolbert. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. So after one, 8-0 is our score. We're back to Arlington in a moment. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they've got it with first and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's close to another first down. He'll step out right at that first down marker.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
First carry now for Jaden Blue. And his momentum completely stopped there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's into the end zone. What a response! George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch. But the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback. And then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills. And wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, he does the rest.
Justice Hill to return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Wanna quit?
On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Jackson now on second down. Flush to his right. And he will slide at the end, give him about 5. And now it's third down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
2 minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. Greg and I, back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. On third down, Jackson sending it downfield for Likely. That's caught! And he's going to take this one all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
Their own 32-yard line.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Now the Cowboys will take a timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Forced to his right, escaping the danger, throwing and completing. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest.
A big hole inside the 20. And he will take this one in. 75 yards. Touchdown.
It's so easy.
Number 2, Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. Cowboys move back to within 1.
Cowboys 14.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here comes Hill on the return. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
First and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Jackson now to throw on first down. Exiting the pocket right. He runs with it. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. A gain there of 27 yards.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Back to throw, Jackson. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. Third down coming up. Out of the gun. Here's a give to Henry. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. We go right back to Henry. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Throwing Jackson. Rolling right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Pistol formation with Jackson. That is caught. And he'll take
I'm sleeping. All it takes is a second. All it takes is a second.
That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. That's the safety, Malik Hooker.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
Yeah! There we go, Gordon! We're going to 54 Lions. What do you think?
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Back down the field for Lamb. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
To kick off for Baltimore.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Yeah! There we go, Gordon!
In motion, Lamb. On first and 10, Prescott. Look wide, get this one complete. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
That is Ferguson in motion. On second down, it's Dak. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
It's a pickup of 12. First down, Cowboys.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Yeah!
They'll throw again. Dak. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And When you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They gained 18 yards on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Again, Prescott to the end. That's into the hands of Jaden Blue. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. That one good for 26 yards.
You can't teach speed, and a guy like this is just a nightmare for these linebackers. He's got a running start at them. You have no idea which way he's going to go, and he ends up just running right by you.
Handoff here, up the middle. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal. Some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up 1st and goal.
Blue is in for a touchdown.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here comes Hill on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
2nd and 2.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. They're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
On 3rd and 1, here's Jackson. He'll try and get there on the ground. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. 4th quarter underway, and here's Henry. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Khair Elam.
That didn't work out.
Return, it'll help him out. Has the ball right around the 45-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Yeah! It was
Drive will start on the ground. And a good run there. It'll get him 5 yards.
Tackle made right at midfield. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, flying.
That is Ferguson in motion. Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go. Jump! Flying. Hey, kill! 27, 26.
He'll drop the throw. That's complete. Left side to Pickens. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here we go, 46. Yeah, here we go. We take flying. 26.
They'll run here. And he's taken down. That will get them a bit closer. Every yard going to help the field goal kicker right now. Now the Ravens use their 1st timeout. As it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Here is 2nd and 7.
Yeah!
From the shotgun, it's down. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field. But they've been highly efficient, and now they get another 1st down.
27. Here we go. Flying. 26.
They'll stick to the ground. And he's taken down. That will get them a bit closer. Every yard going to help the field goal kicker right now.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They'll come up now for 2nd down.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
He'll run. And this defense trying to stiff it. He gets back to the line, and that is it. 3rd and goal coming up. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout. Stopping here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. A lot riding on this play. High game, final minute, 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, and now they can take this all the way down, call the timeout, and set up the game-winning field goal try.
Well, this sets up a big call here, Mike, on 4th down. You find yourself in a tie ball game with the ball. Do you decide to keep your offense on the field and try to play for 6? Or are you content coming off the field, taking the lead by 3? We'll see what this coach decides.
And we are set for a great finish. Timeout. 2 seconds remaining in the game. So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This to win the game. This kick is good. And the Cowboys will take a 24-21 lead. So, it's a win for the Cowboys. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime.
Come on.
names in that race, and also who do you think's going to win and what's not? Yeah, it is a phenomenal version of this Breeders' Cup Classic.
sun goes down and the moon comes up.
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Tonight, a fun one on tap for us. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Baltimore Ravens. To get this one going. And we're off from Baltimore. Rasheen Ali on the return. And he's brought down just beyond their 25-yard line.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is first and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. That play good for 17 and a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. It's a gain of 12 there. That's good for a Ravens first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Danger, King. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
On first down, Jackson. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. That was Michael Parsons making that play. Nickel look by the Packers on third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
Running once more with Henry. And he gets this forward to the 19. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. Ask that running back to come up with more than he's used to on third down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Lamar now from the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Defense hasn't really found its backbone yet, but maybe just a little sliver of light between the clouds here as they bring up third down.
Yeah, you're not going to likely keep points off the board, but if you can come through with one more stop and limit it to a field goal, yeah, that's at least something to build from.
And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much. He got that. All that matters, sets him up with a first and goal.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he won't challenge to the goal line. The stop made at the 4.
A 4-yard gain.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on first and goal, it sets the table.
And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, bro.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? It sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away.
Give me the loop. Give me the loop.
Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. It's the Ravens flying to an early lead. Back to the bank in just a moment. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They'll take over here, 1st and 10. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. Will be yard at most there in 2nd down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Ready. Cut.
Love now to throw. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Ready.
Tight end going in motion here. Love on 3rd and short. Got his man. It's golden. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on it, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. So throw it right through your target's chest. This one, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Quick throw out wide by Love. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Packers in need of some points before the break. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Here we set.
On 1st down, they'll run. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. Execution, that's pretty well done, too. Creating the space for a solid pickup.
Takes the handoff, now Love. Across the 20, continuing to work. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. The A gain of 27 yards there. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10.
Set. 10 black.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. So they should be a little prompter in snapping this. You'd hope, Brock, after that delay a game.
Let's go.
Running it after the penalty. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Here we go. Set.
Reed will go in motion right.
Cut.
Love out of the shotgun. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. So his first blemish, Brock, after that perfect 4-for-4 start. And wouldn't expect one incompletion, though, to stop him from leaning on him this opening drive.
No, I don't think so. And I think more than anything, you see the defense kind of... the ball can hit the ground on this side.
Off their hands in the end zone, Brock. Back-to-back chances to escape the field, and they dropped both interceptions. Lucky that didn't end as an interception, and that brings up 4th and long.
Ready.
All right, here we go. They nearly gave it away on the pick, but the offense still out there, and they're looking for 6.
Ready.
They're going to go. It's Love. Cut near the goal line. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers get their first points of this game just before halftime. Christian Watson with the touchdown. Manage that clock beautifully down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
They can go to the locker rooms tied if they put this through. That's no good. The veteran mishits one rather surprisingly, and they leave a point after on the table. Wasn't accurate on the extra point, but he should be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Final throw before the break. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10.
Down.
The screen pass falls incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Second and 10. Love trying again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, got to play with a sense of urgency. Got to protect your quarterback. And they didn't either.
It's a nickel set for the Ravens. Third down. Here he goes. Third and long. And he makes the play. No, he didn't hang on. And it falls incomplete. Looking for Christian Watson that time. So that brings up fourth and long.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First down, ball at the 36.
Shut up!
Out of the gun, Henry. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7. From the gun, Jackson. Short pass brought in. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards if someone tracks him down.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Jackson to throw it. Looking this fullback now. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding the big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
Turning to Henry on third. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. It's a gain of 4. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. So I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Going to the ground again on first. He's stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12 at the 13-yard line.
Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. They break the huddle. It's second down now. Now here's Lamar. They'll set up the screen for Henry. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still dropped not enough to avoid third down.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Henry's going to try to pick it up. And this defense is going to win this round. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. Fourth down coming up. Looking to throw. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens grow the lead to 7. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Jackson throwing for it. And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the 4th. Well, Brock, they wanted the 2-score lead, and they got it. And now, I think it becomes a little bit easier to defend the lead in this second half.
It does. You know you're not such in a fragile situation. You got a little bit of cushion, but that attention to detail. Defensively, you cannot step off the gas. You cannot lose focus, but you sure do love looking up at that scoreboard and seeing a 2-possession lead.
On the double.
Packers getting set here. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
Now Love on the play fake. Hackett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play of this drive, might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down. Love from the gun. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Connects on the crosser. He's all the way across midfield, down the inside, down 45-yard line. Looking quickly here.
And the Packers first down. 38 yards on the play. First down.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. Pass caught on the right by Golden. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Offense in a hurry up here.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1. At the 35-yard line.
Throwing again. Love. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't make the hook up with Matthew Golden. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you can hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
What a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming on. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
You know, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Packers at a 2-score deficit. Need a touchdown and a field goal. Looks like they want the tougher part first. The offense going for it on 4th down. Desperation time here. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. The Packers trying to hurry to the line.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for the Packers. First down.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
It's 2nd down.
Ready. Here we go. Here we go. 10 foot. Ready.
Shotgun now for Love. Kraft has it. It goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers have cut it to a 3-point game here in the fourth. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
There's Love up to the line. 2-point attempts coming. Back to throw. And he's got it in the end zone. The conversion is good. They're back within a single point here in the fourth. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for two. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
And no dice on this kick. The Ravens recover. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to pass it here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. That pass pulled in by Henry. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line. The Packers take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. The Packers going nickel on 3rd. Back to throw it. He's got it. Still has some space inside the 35. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. From the gun, a run for Henry. And the power play up the gun only results in 2 yards. Timeout taken by the Packers. Their 3rd and final one.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
This is Henry on 2nd. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Another run for Henry. Same guys, same results. He's bottled up for a 2nd time. That's going to bring him to 4th down. So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see.
Jesus.
Wait, Powell stepping down? Nah, he's staying put. Told ya!
Let's start with the great sport of college football. What are your bets for tonight into
Now, from the home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Cleveland, Ohio, EA Sports proud to welcome you to Huntington Bank Field, the home of the Browns. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. With Greg Olsen, I'm Mike Tirico, and out there is Tyler Luke to get us started. And off we go from Huntington Bank Field. And it'll be brought down past the 20. Decent field position to start this drive.
Ready, ready. Ready, ready. Panther 60, Panther 60.
We're going to put a man in motion to the right. Right to the air goes Sanders. That's caught. It's Jerome Ford. They'll mark him down just shy of the 40. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
I like this. Right out of the gate, finding ways to get the running backs involved early in the passing game. What that does throughout the rest of the game, Mike, is those linebackers, their drops don't get quite as deep. Those secondary defenders don't get quite as deep. So you know what it opens up down the road? Big-time shots downfield.
70 Lions.
On the ground, it's the rookie who played in-state over in Columbus. And it's a short pickup to about the 42. Roquan Smith there to bring him down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6.
70 Lions, 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks.
Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion.
Ready.
From the gun, it's Sanders. He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. They get 18 on the pitching count. It's a Browns first down.
Every staff in the league that understands that we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted. The ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
And he's close to another first down. This is brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 1.
Panther 11, Panther.
Out of the gun, it's Sanders. Well, caught on the sideline, and it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And he's out of bounds, very close to the 40-yard line. A big play after being backed up. 31 yards.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Raven first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And
unbelievable. This fat fuck can't catch. Oh my God.
A little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to wrap. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
And he's going to be brought down at the 45.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
First down.
As Shador on first down. He'll go down. They drop him for the sack on the final play of this first quarter. Each quarterback picked off in that turnover-filled first quarter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute.
19 Lions. Get it. Packer 60, 70 Rangers.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. A dive and a catch. Incredible. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
Leads to third and 11.
Trap 60, trap 60. 70 Timberwolves. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Shador. Right back to Judy. He's got it again. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Cleveland.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line of the game, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Yeah, keep bringing
It's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Now first down, it's back to Junkins. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down. They run it once more with Junkins. And he brings it down to about the 28-yard line. Roquan Smith there to bring him down.
A gain of 2 makes it third down and 10.
2 minutes to play. Still searching for our first points of the half. We'll have more from Cleveland after this. Third and 10.
19. Ready?
Here's Sanders to throw. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first
fucking kidding?
coming up.
First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll run it here. Here's Junkins. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
Cougar 19. Trap 60, trap 60.
Second and goal.
Now it's Sanders. He's got it at the 3. That's going to move him closer, but they're going to need to come up with something here. Here comes third and goal. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. From the gun, Jackson. To the outside. Catch made by Hopkins. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up first and 10.
First and 10 at the 31.
On the handoff, it's Henry. And a nice game there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Second down, Jackson. He runs with it.
Yeah, that's a nice job. He's out of the pocket. He knows he doesn't need all that much for a first down. He's able to tuck it, get out of bounds, and keep this drive alive.
A couple of first downs to start this drive. They're first and 10 up at the 42. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Jackson sacked. A loss of 11 yards. It's second down.
Jackson now on second down. On the run to the right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down. Now Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. He's going to be out of bounds. He is well shy where he needed to get to. It'll bring up fourth down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on third down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
Returnable from the 17. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
Come on. Craft all 80. Come 19. Come 19.
Throwing now, Sanders on first down. He's going to take a shot down the field. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Well, nothing on the scoreboard in the first 2 quarters. Who can make the breakthrough? We are back underway. Quarter number 3. Scoreless game. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchdown. From the 35, it's first and 10. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Jackson now to throw on first down. He'll swing this out wide to Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
17 yards.
They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Left side into the hands of Hopkins. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. On 31, here's Jackson. Throw to the sideline, well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the first down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, and picks up the first down.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Jackson looking to throw. A pass pulled in by Henry. And he gets run out of bounds. A short pickup, but it's good enough for a first down.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Baltimore.
How would you like to be a defender and see a guy like this coming full steam ahead, trying to barrel down on you? I'll tell you what, I'm not sure if I'm cut out for that, and you can see why. His ability to play through contact is just a lot to handle.
Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the play, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. Jackson out of the pistol. Over the top. He's got it. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens.
Touchdown, Ravens.
Well, Greg, so much for calling a 0-0 shutout. Finally, we get somebody on the board here to start the second half.
Yeah, what was a defensive battle? And you have to think, if you're the defensive coordinators at halftime, you're feeling pretty good about your game plan, probably not making a lot of adjustments. I'll be interested to see now, after allowing that early score, do they continue with what we saw up to this point, or do they have some wrinkles that they can throw to now try to slow down this offense here in the second half?
The PAT up and good. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So the lead is 7 now here in this 4th quarter. The tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. On the return is Jerome Ford. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18.
Time starts with a run on Judkins. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38-yard line.
60.
Sanders will throw it. And And that's going to wind up incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And the defense there to meet him. We'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down.
That's a game of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 77 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Buffalo 18. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Now, Sanders. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down.
Ready? 60 Eagles.
Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone. They'll run it with Henry. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers. It's a gain of 9.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Moving outside the pocket. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. No problem there on the extra point. And the Ravens move out on top. 14-0. Now, after the touchdown, Loop is back out to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin then.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60.
They'll drop to throw. He'll let it go deep left sideline. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. It's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
79 Broncos.
On 2nd down, Sanders. Again, working deep downfield. And this is too far out in front. And one's incomplete. Here's a big one. This 3rd down. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. On 3rd down, Sanders. He's going to look downfield once again.
Tough to watch, Mike, really for a lot of reasons. And when you talk to everybody around this building, they know the future of this organization rests on the shoulders of this young rookie quarterback. And there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be missed throws and misreads. But 4 interceptions into today's game, you find yourself trailing here. At some point, they got to ask themselves, is this rookie giving us the best chance to win now, or are we just all in for the future?
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Play action now. Jackson. Headed left. Buying time. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
Forced out wide. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Jenkins. And the Browns are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. They put together a complete football game as they finish this one in shutout fashion.
I disagree. I like the Broncos. Texans offensive line terrible. Here's the Broncos pass rush. I know Surtain's out. CJ Stroud